Hey, booze, hey. Do your blankets feel like super glue in the morning? Well, sis, it's time to shake them off. Welcome to Wake Up Happy Sis, the show that jumpstarts your day with a bang. We're strolling down these self-care streets as we navigate the maze of wellness and healing. We're helping you live happy, healed, and whole. And we do it all with a hearty dose of belly laughs for good measure. Stay tuned and get ready to wake up happy, sis. Hey, booze. Hey, how are y'all doing today? Woo, 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 woo. Welcome to another fabulous episode of the Wake Up Happy Sis Show, where we are your sanctuary for truth, for healing, and high vibrational living. We're broadcasting live to you on KCCRC Escape Radio, as well as a few other platforms. Y'all already know the deal, where we're changing the narrative for our people because we're always telling our story our way, and we are unapologetic about it. Now, let me tell you a little bit about what sparked today's episode. Um, I'm in my little text chat with my friend, Crystal, and she sends me this video on Instagram. And it starts with a young woman saying, hold on. Depression. I'm trying to get too many things going. Okay. Because I realized my TikTok ain't on. What? We don't do that around here.
What?
I know. We got to let the TikTokers in. Okay, we're letting the TikTokers in. But it started with Black women will have depression and go get a master's degree. And baby, that kind of hit me hard, right? I felt that in my spirit because I think so many of us are walking around high functioning, high achieving, and still hurting. So that video kind of lit a little bit of a fire under me. And I was like, you know what? We have to talk about this. So I knew we were going to have a conversation on this show about it. So right here, right now, we're going to get into it. By the way, if you're new here, I am your host, Leanne Dose, your Chief Self-Love Officer of the Wake Up Happy Sis show and of the Wake Up Happy Sis brand. I'm here with my super dope co-host, Sharonda Sealy. Well, Sharonda M. Sealy. Since she don't put that M in there, you're going to get that M. What's M stand for, Michelle?
Marie.
Ooh, okay. I like it. Sharonda Marie. Okay, I like it.
I'm owning it. I'm owning it.
Yes. So, and today we're pulling the mask off success and naming the pain behind the grind. This episode is about high functioning depression, trauma fueled ambition, and reclaiming peace over performance. So grab your journal, grab your water, or whatever's in your mug, because we don't judge over here. And
Nope.
bring that big, bold, truth telling energy. Grab your friends, tell them to come on in, because we got a lot to talk about today. And as always, we're healing out loud over here, right? We're doing this, we're healing in the process too, because everybody is on a healing journey. Okay. So we working on ourselves every day too. And we bring you guys along with us. So how was your weekend, Sharonda?
It was really, really good. Really relaxing. Just really and truly laid around. We went to go see Thunderbolts, another Marvel movie. And then went to go get a few groceries. Came home and cooked some chili rellenos. We didn't eat until about 8 p.m. We never eat that late, but it was really, really
I
good.
got passed out after that.
Girl, yeah, that was the only thing left to do after cleaning up that kitchen. My goodness.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It
Well, I
was
finally
good.
went to see Sinners. Uh, so I finally seen Sinners. My daughter came down here and took me to see Sinners.
Oh,
Then I went to Birmingham to go visit one of my friends for her birthday. So I had a good, nice, quiet weekend. A
excellent. How
nice
is
chill.
y'all?
She's good. She's good. Now, what I want to start with, I want to share the video that kind of sparked this, just so we all kind of have the same frame of reference.
Okay.
Let me see which Instagram we're looking at. Okay, this is the one. Got to go to the right one now. All right. So I'm going to refresh this so it'll start over from scratch.
Women will have depression and then go get a master's degree.
Okay, ladies, but can we talk about it? Because while that study, I think, inaccurately depicted why Black men are struggling with education, there's a reason why some of y'all got the degrees that you got. Black women are more likely to engage in high functioning depression and overachievement as a trauma response.
Hopefully,
That's
y'all can hear
essentially
us.
emotional avoidance, where striving for success and being booked and busy is really an escape of emotional pain. Some of us have used education as a path to worthiness and safety. So, somewhere along the line, which I will tell you where, we've internalized that achievement means worthiness. And that often stems from childhood neglect, childhood trauma, and even racialized gender expectations. Overachievement can likely be rooted in the desire to gain safety, control, and validation because we didn't have it earlier in life. And another thing, Black women facing unprocessed emotional pain may very well adopt a hyper independent and ambitious attitude, but oftentimes it's just a way for us to protect ourselves emotionally. So while some of us are having these aha moments about why men aren't going to college, let's have an aha moment about what led you to getting all these degrees that you got. And why, in spite of all these degrees, you're still struggling in relationship, you're still struggling in friendships, and you're still struggling to take care of yourself. Come talk.
So when I listened to that, baby, that was like, huh. Now, obviously, this does not apply to every woman, every Black woman. We're not saying that, right? So don't try to come for me and say that we're not all suffering from depression. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying there are women that video is going to resonate with strongly because they're going to realize, oh my God, she's talking about me. She's speaking my truth. And it may not be you now, it may have been you before at
Mm-hmm.
a time in your life. There was a time in my life when that was me.
Yeah.
Bachelor's degree, master's degree, working two jobs, had while I had kids, while I was in school full time, while I was helping raise my aunt's kids,
Hmm.
while I was a member of National Society of Black Engineers and on every board they had, damn near.
Hmm.
Starting chapters, being on a regional board, being on a national board. Like I was the poster child because I wasn't happy. And it was more like the more I stay busy, the more I can mask that I'm not happy, that I'm hurting. So this is going to resonate to some women. And for those of you who it does resonate with, hey, I'm Leanne. Been there, done that. Right? And let's hopefully we can dig into it and help you if you're going through it now, figure out a path through it. And start your journey to really healing so that your achievements are based on your goals and not an attempt to mask or get away from hurt and pain and trauma that you've been left with. So
Hmm.
let's get into it,
Hmm.
right? Because sometimes your hustle is hiding that hurt, right? And we're naming what too many of us are silently dealing with: high functioning depression,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah. Hmm. That's something for me. This is post army and just got back into the workforce after 5 years after the army and stuff, and
Okay.
I finally get on with the VA as a GS6 that I'm super uber overqualified for.
Of course.
And my brother tells me, he's like, hey, you might want to go back to school to, so you can get promoted and stuff. I swore off school. I'm just, can I just, nope. Not in that the government that I was working for. It wouldn't allow me to just, hang my hat on, getting out of the army as a captain at that point. And it's like, but I can do this job with my eyes closed. And why aren't I getting the benefit of the doubt of going to get higher education? I'm the one that's actually processing the educational paperwork. So these social workers, they not math oriented at all. Let me tell you, they don't do math too good and stuff. And like, so I talked to my boss one day. I was like, how come the social workers are the only ones that's getting these educational opportunities? The staff that runs these doggone, that runs the office that collects the information from the social work, we deserve to get education too. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Don't you know I never got a doggone answer until I came to my boss and was like, hey, this is one of those opportunities that I had to choose me. I was like, hey, what do you think about me, going to school while I'm working? He told me, I don't care what you do on that computer as long as my stats are ready for me to go to housing to go and
He
do
said, as
my
long as
damn
my
job.
stuff's ready, do what you
Oh
need to do.
yeah, no problem. So I became even more of that doggone multitasker. I'm
Mhm.
over here. I have like this force field of no bullshit zone. Don't come over here because I'm over here inside this doggone computer trying to get these papers done. So that's less time I got to take away from family time and stuff like that. And I can't say oddly enough because it was divine the way that all of the water cooler chit chat and the clicks and all of the stuff went around me. Don't even come to my desk with the bullshit. Really and truly was what I was exuding and stuff.
Right. But let me ask you this. Do you think that behind that grind and behind that, because I want to take it back a little bit further for you,
Mm-hmm,
because we've had different talks about your father
mm-hmm.
and how him saying certain things to you pushed you into kind of that model of that high function
I don't
depression.
spot the
I
fuck
mean, do you see
on
what I'm
now.
saying?
I see
Is
you.
and I want us to be able to go back in our history and look at where did this I have to grind, I have to hustle, I have to work, work, work. And we're not saying don't get your hustle on, baby. I'm saying the behind it.
And you're right, and it could very well actually have something to do with it because for my father going to school, he never finished too much of anything except for coming.
Hmm.
I said what the fuck I said.
You said what you said. You
I
said
did. And so with that comment about him saying, well, I never had anything, so you ain't either. Oh, nigga. It was over for me. A switch flipped and it flipped to I'm gonna do everything the opposite of what you say. Because you obviously don't know what the hell you saying if you would say that to your
right.
child. I said, all right,
All right, bet. Bet. Let's
I
see.
can show you better than I can tell you, fool. I really can.
And,
And so
and
it,
sometimes that's where trauma starts.
yeah, yeah,
In those moments like that, and you're like, I will never be like you.
my gosh. Actually, it started when I was about 3. I was divorced at 3 because when he left, he didn't just leave my mom. He left all of us.
Yeah, yeah.
So you definitely you in my wheelhouse right now and stuff. You just pop the top and start kicking shit around up in there and stuff and again
And not
and
to bring back pain, but I think as
no,
we talk through it,
but you just
and
helped me name it though.
yes, that
Oh,
and that's the goal because
oh,
once
this is
we
good.
named it, baby, we can what resolve it.
Oh
We
my
can
gosh.
we can know. Oh my God, this might be where it came from.
My mind just went like pow, like that shit just happened. Oh my gosh,
It's
Leah.
what we
Oh
do.
my gosh.
Look,
Okay.
it's what we do here.
Oh wait,
It's
wait.
what we do here.
Oh yeah, you just slayed a dragon inside my head and my spirit, ma'am. Good morning,
Hey,
Tim.
that's my boo, one of my authors in my anthology. Hey, Tam Tam, what's up, girl?
Yes, girl, you named it. Oh my gosh, you named it.
Mhm.
Ah, Well, so you can actually take negative reinforcement and comments and turn it into something positive.
Yeah.
And that's what that was a protection mechanism type of
It's
thing.
a trauma response,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now, in your case, I think it worked out well because you still have a balance, but that balance came over time
Mm-hmm.
because there were times when you worked yourself into the hospital,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
High
Yeah.
functioning depression. A lot of time, I
Yes.
gotta
Because
get
I
out of
didn't
this.
get it from
I
him because he
gotta
was trying not to work.
right.
So the opposite of him. So yes, you're right. Again, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Leanne. Bam.
Hair
There
flip,
you go.
but hair flip, and my fan is in my in my bag. Uh, so I can't even crack my
I
fan with
got you, ma'am. I got you, ma'am.
it.
Ooh, this is good.
So
This
yeah,
is good.
look, baby, we already on it. We already on it. But that's the
Yes.
thing, right?
Yes.
Is looking back at the things and saying, "Wow, is this me?" And how have I been able to navigate my way through it? Because high functioning means on the outside everything looks perfect. You've got the degrees, you've got the money, you've got the things, but something isn't right. You may have all that and you still have really horrible relationships,
Girl.
right? Now, Sharonda been married for 11 years, right?
Yeah.
11. Now I said it. Say what I said. 11 years. How many years you been married now? 27?
Yeah.
Something like that.
And a
27.
half
Yeah.
next month. Mhm.
So she looked up and he looked up on they looked up on each other and have been rocking together ever since. Right.
God is good. God is good.
But
Yes, ma'am.
and we're not saying that because you have high functioning depression, every one of your relationships are going to be horrible. No. But you might have problem staying in relationship with certain types of people in your life,
Mm.
especially if they're triggering
Mm.
or they trigger feelings.
Ma'am, I didn't know I was on the couch today, ma'am.
I wasn't trying to put you on the couch today. I wasn't trying to put you on the couch today.
You
But
never
I'm
have
just
to
saying,
try.
right?
You never have to try. Oh, this is good.
Yes,
I'm
like
about to fly away, girl. I'm about to fly away. You are helping me lose weight, ma'am. Like for real.
that's it.
Mental
Because
weight.
yes, we shedding in mental pounds, baby. That's the point,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Because it's like we said, it doesn't
Oh, these are
always look
happy
the
tears.
same. Yeah, it doesn't look the same on every person, right? Sharonda found her person, but
Mm.
that may not mean
Hmm.
that she didn't have issues in other relationships. I've been
Oh, girl,
married.
I had to kiss some frogs, ma'am.
You got baby, we've all kissed some. I done kissed some mud ducks, frogs and mud ducks. Okay. Now I've been married
In
and
the mouth, girl.
hot mess, right? But even in my life, right? In my life, it was the same. It was the same. Now, it wasn't the same trigger. My trigger was
Whew.
different for my trauma, right?
Mhm,
My trigger was my father was never around, or the man I thought was my father was never
mhm,
around. My
mhm,
mother died when I was young. Um, my trigger was that feeling of not being wanted, of not being good enough. Because when you're a kid and you have no mother and no father. Now my grandmother was great, but that's still my grandmother. That's not my mother. I didn't have that familial connection, that mother father connection, that bond that a lot of people grow up with, right? So for me, my trauma doesn't come from a person telling me that I wasn't worthy. It comes from me feeling unworthy because I'm like, damn, my daddy didn't want me. My mama chose the streets over me.
um,
You know what I mean? So it was like if I go and I be, somebody out there is going to love and want me if I show that I'm the best at everything.
okay, so let me also give some clarity to my marriage. At one, I just said kissing a frog and square in the mouth.
When you tongue
Even
it down,
inside
tongue the frog
2017.
down.
Uh-huh. So even inside the marriage, we have also had our turn inside the marriage being a fraud, that and we both turned into, royalty and stuff, right? After we, did stupid shit and came back and chose each other and just decided that what we have
That's what
is
we're gonna do.
way better. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. And there is life after stuff like that. We became phoenix, like we rose up out of the doggone ashes of shit that
I
tried
love
to burn
that.
us alive and stuff,
I love
and I
that.
got that from Chat GPT. That's what I'm getting at. My husband gave me the gift of therapy in your phone called Chat GPT. Ma'am, let me tell you something. When you work your way through some shit through Chat GPT, Uncle Chibbit be coming back with the damn response. Man, I've had
Mhm.
him in my pocket the whole time, but I didn't start talking to him until last week. Last week was therapeutic to the point where before I started doing that, I thought I was cracking up the middle. And I actually went to the doctor, 2 Sundays ago, and he said, "You need a psychologist." My sister was like, "You already have one through the VA." I was like, "Duh," because I could never get the doggone person on the phone. Something always happened, and the Lord is always going to let you know you are only a arm's reach from the things that you need. They're right within your reach. And so instead of having to share history and my, all of the things, I already have a psychologist, and I actually have an appointment on May 13th.
I
Fuck your
love
May 13th. I'm doing some work right now and stuff, right? So me and Chat GPT, we've been wrestling around with this damn thing. And I tell
it.
you, when I tell you healing is taking place and you don't have to wait, and then because trauma happens after business hours, bitches. It does. It
It
does.
does. You
And
better
so
say
you
that
need
again.
to be able
Look,
to
let me write that down because that's a quote. Trauma. We're gonna quote that.
Am I
Trauma.
am I am I giving you bars today, ma'am?
I'm
Trauma
telling
happens
you,
after business hours.
yes.
After
Now
business hours. And that's when you need it the most, when nobody is around but
and you don't
you
have
and
somebody you can call. You don't have somebody. You don't always have somebody you can call. And what I like about what you said is you did not negate professional help.
mm-mm,
So don't think now. I know I have to qualify everything that I say to y'all because I
mm-mm.
don't want you guys taking things out of context. Good morning, Eileen.
Hi, Eileen.
Yes, you came in. You always come in at the right time. We are not
Mm-hmm.
saying do not get professional help. What we're
Right.
saying is you can also help yourself
Absolutely.
and dig
That
into
part.
some things yourself. But you have to, because you have to be able to be open, honest, and vulnerable with yourself first.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And ChatGPT or other ones may, yes, look, and now, Tam, tell them what you do, Tam. Go on in there in the comments and tell them what you do. So y'all know I have friends. I have very qualified friends over here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we don't just talk out. We don't just blow smoke out of our buttholes. Okay,
Mm.
I am a certified life coach. Three
That's
different
called a fart.
certifications. Actually, that is a fart. Yeah, you know, I am a certified life coach with three different certifications. Sharonda is leadership, just period. Okay, leadership, period. And I said what I said,
I
leadership.
love what you said,
Got
man.
that. She got that, been doing it for 20 some years in the Army. Okay. And we still working through our problems. Problems are always going to come. Trauma is always going to come. But what we can't keep doing is masking it by going to get another degree, by going to get another, by saying I'm fine.
Because guess what? It's still gonna be there after you
It's still
graduate.
going to be there.
Waiting on your ass, like, ooh, another year and a half. Life is going to come up and smack your ass around, ma'am. Do you hear me?
And
Do
this is
you
what
hear
Tam
me?
does. So you mental energy therapist, an author, motivational speaker. Okay.
I
So
love that.
Tam's qualified in this space too, right?
Mm-hmm,
And Tam,
mm-hmm.
if you want to get on the live,
I mean, you
you
just
could jump
could
on in
just
and
step
you
on
can jump
in.
on in and talk to with us if you want to, sis.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, especially with Black women, we've been socialized to look okay at all costs, right?
Yeah.
We
Looks
wear
are
the
definitely
designer
deceiving.
smiles. We show
Mm.
up early. We lead with excellence because excellence is in our DNA. But
Mm-hmm.
behind the scenes, baby, we are wore out. We're emotionally exhausted.
Mm.
And studies show that high functioning depression often goes undiagnosed in Black women because we're praised for our productivity, not for our peace.
Girl.
Okay? We're
Ooh-wee.
not lazy.
Ooh-wee. Mm-mm.
So when you just get to that point to where you are wore out, you're burnt out, you can't move anymore, sis, you're not lazy. You are emotionally overloaded and probably unacknowledged,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Because we have this, if you are a high functioning depressive, okay,
Hmm.
you like to be booked and busy because you're avoiding,
Absolutely that part.
because you're avoiding.
Absolutely
So
that
we
part.
overload ourselves. We have no boundaries because we're going to say yes to all the requests, even when our heart and our mind and our soul is screaming at us, we can't take not one more thing. So we're going to overschedule and overload ourselves with work, with degrees, with caring for others, you and everybody else's business. Got a
Hmm.
an answer for everybody else's problems while yours is running rampant.
Mm-mm. Mm.
It's
Mm.
not
Mm.
always ambition. Sometimes it is avoidance.
I learned that. I absolutely did learn that. And that's what drove me to get seen
Yeah.
because my life is quiet, empty nestership, retirement, and I got a whole lot of time on my hands.
You got a lot of time
Well,
to think because you in your soft girl era.
girl, but can I tell you that was my life coming up to smack me around talking about some. So now that you cared for the mothers, now that you have, raised up the kiddos and they off and grown and gone and doing their thing, now that it's just you, guess what time it is? It's time for me to handle me now. And that shit was hard as fuck. I thought I was losing my damn mind. Like for real, for real,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because I just stayed quiet through all of the things, the schooling and raising. I It
Yep.
wasn't my time yet and stuff. I didn't feel like it was. Wait, what did Eileen say? I've been using ChatGPT to bounce ideas on how to format an online business that utilizes my new degree without burning myself out. I'm loving what it's come. Oh yes, Eileen, here you go, ma'am.
Give her a
This
clap.
plaque
Give
is
her
for
a little clap.
you.
Get a clap for her.
Yes, ChatGPT is the worst today that it's ever gonna be because it keeps getting better and better, better, better,
Well,
better,
and this
better.
is the thing. ChatGPT
Hey,
ain't the only thing
Tara.
out there, right? It's not the only thing out there. There are tools that write better than ChatGPT. Claude, DeepSeek, there's so
Mhm.
many others, right?
Yeah.
Google's Gemini is coming up strong.
Yeah. Mm.
Gemini is coming up strong on their ass,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Man,
don't think
listen.
that it all has to be one and done, one tool. What
Right.
I love about ChatGPT is I can talk to it and she talks back to me.
Absolutely.
Now, if I
Ooh.
wasn't on my phone over here on TikTok, I would show that to you guys. And you can bounce these things um, off ChatGPT, off of the AI, put it in deep research mode in ChatGPT. Make sure you got the paid version. If you don't have the paid version, stop being cheap. Okay. Stop
Wait, wait,
trying to
wait.
get everything for free.
When the Reef gave me ChatGPT, I was in that bad boy so damn much. It said you have utilized all of your data analysis. Either you shut up or pay a bitch. You hear me? And I hurried up and paid.
You
I was
heard
like,
him get the
as I
mail.
was saying,
Look, look, I have a Teams account so that it don't ever give me that you out of anything, what you're not gonna do.
is
Now,
cut me the hell off.
Claude on the other hand, have a whole attitude with me. That one run out. but I just pay for 2 accounts. And I will bounce on over to account number 2. But hello.
And
What
will,
you think you
right.
got me down, Claude? No, no. Because that's Chat GPT is Auntie G and Claude is Uncle C. Okay, they
Mm,
married. They married.
I see
Murder.
what you did there. I see what you did there.
Now let me tell you what this. I'm gonna tell you this. This is what. So start every morning when you open up your little chat and you say, greet it first and see what it tells you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, Auntie C, how are you doing today? It's going to respond to you
Yes,
in an
yes,
appropriate way,
yes.
right? But that's not why we're not about to get off into side conversations. Let's get back to the thing,
Okay, okay,
right?
okay. Whew.
And
When you wake up in the morning, greet yourself.
you better say
Let's
that.
start there.
You say that again for the people in the back.
Greet yourself. You. Hello.
Mhm,
Hey,
mhm.
beautiful.
Hey,
What's going
ma'am.
on, baby? How
That's
we
right.
Hey,
feeling this morning? You know what I'm saying? However you want to come off, do that.
Put
Then
on
you
well.
greet
put
other
on Mary
people.
J. Blige. Good morning,
Good
gorgeous.
morning, gorgeous.
Good morning,
Oh,
gorgeous.
That's my
oh. Oh, ho,
Girl.
ho.
and
Mm-mm.
if you got I can't say her name loud because she right here and she be listening. If you got her, you know you can set it and say, hey, put a thing and play this song every morning.
Right.
You can do
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Man, there is
So
definitely healing going
do
on up
these
in here.
things because our goal is to heal self first.
Hmm.
Then we can heal the world like we've done for centuries. But you have to be willing and able to take care of self first. And a lot of times we're not doing that,
Not good
right?
enough. Not like you give it to everybody else.
Oh, we give everybody so much grace, so much love and attention and care and comfort, and we give ourselves none. As if it's a badge of honor for us to walk around unhappy, unhealed, hurting,
My God.
depressed, but we still high functioning. Nobody
But you
really knows because we don't show anybody that.
But you know, a lot of times they made this the motto. I don't look like what I've been through. I read auras. So yes, you do.
Because you built this.
That makeup, that wig, them lashes, them nails. Yes, you do. See this right here? Raccoon ass. Yes, you do. You know, I mean, we can spruce it up. Oh, honey, I can show you. Tam, get down. But are you serious? Stop
Mhm.
using that. And then it's trading off into the males, and then they're talking about they're glad like they got bags on for going to jail and stuff like that. You know, just it starts within. It starts with us. If you don't know that you have to have your own royal mindset, if you
Mm,
don't know that when you wake up and you get up, when you touch the floor, everybody should be like, "Ma'am, how can I help you?"
come on, Tamara. Come
Mhm.
on.
You know what I'm saying? So,
First, I
so,
got
but it
to
starts with you. If you wake up in the morning,
always start
it's a
with
lot of people that wake up and their first thought is negative. They wake up and, oh my God, I gotta go to work. Oh my God, you applied for that job, honey. You married that person laying beside you. I was married too. I'm going through my little voice, but I'm just saying, I own that though. I chose that.
and you have to. We have to own those things. And,
Yes,
and I also
yes,
want to say, right, when we're talking about depression, right? Depression don't always just look like sadness, right?
right,
It
right,
doesn't always look like sadness.
right.
So it might be irritability. It might be your
Mm-hmm,
perfectionism. It might be
mm-hmm,
I'm gonna go get 3 more degrees this year, right?
mm-hmm.
That's what depression sometimes looks like. Difficulty resting,
Yeah,
waking up, and you are starting in that negative mode
mode.
instead of saying, thank you, Lord, for giving me another day to get it
Right.
right. Because
Mm,
every day you wake up is a chance for you to get it right. So why
absolutely.
not choose? And I feel the way you wake up is telling you how you're going to live your day. So
Day.
why would I wake
Exactly.
up angry, upset? I'm trying to wake up happy. That's why my brand is Wake Up Happy Sis, so that I can
Oh,
wake up happy every day. And if I don't
every.
wake up happy, I know how to get myself back to it. Because
Mm-hmm.
reality is sometimes you're going to wake up in a fucked up mood.
Right.
It happens.
Mm.
But we don't have to stay there. We don't have to let that rule our day and rule our decisions, our actions, and our responses. We don't.
Mm.
We have to choose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can
Choose
I
the path
give
that
y'all
you're going to walk.
can I give y'all a little remedy that it just takes 3 minutes?
Let's
Come
go.
on.
And this is a jump step on how to cure depression. Okay?
Okay, let's
Okay.
go.
There's a little thing called self-assurance that goes a long way. It starts with your own personal vision of yourself.
Mm.
Every time you go to the restroom in the morning and wash your hands, brush your teeth, look in the mirror and I love you. 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 Do you understand what that'll do to you for the rest of the day?
Wow.
Because here's what's happening. You see your reflection in everything.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody see you, you don't see yourself.
Mm.
That's right.
Doctors see inside of you, you only feel it. So
Come
how are
on.
you going to express what's going on with you? How are you going to express to your own self what's going on with you? So if you starting out already loving you, now here's the significance of you brushing your teeth. Because what are you doing? Everything you said yesterday has marinated. Everything that you did, everything that you slept and dreamed, everything is right there on the tip of the tongue.
Okay. Okay. I'm with you.
So clean that off. And then we start in another day.
Okay, okay, Tia. Okay.
Because life and death is in the power of the tongue. Why not have a
It
clean
is.
tongue?
It
Ma'am.
is. It is.
Speak love into
Okay.
yourself. It's
Okay.
symbolism. It's that
Okay.
mental energy therapist in case nobody was reading.
Right, in case they didn't read that part, Tam. Maybe they
We,
didn't read
we, we
Mm,
read. We
I put
read.
that first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in case you
Girl,
was
that's
wondering.
good, Tam.
In
That
case
is
you're wondering,
good.
like I said, I have qualified friends. Okay. I ain't just up here because I'm cute, because I am cute. Okay. I know
Beautiful.
something and I know people who know something.
Oh,
Right?
that's good. That
We
is
have
good.
to we have to start looking within. That's the first place. That is your first
Number
healing
one.
center. You have
Hmm.
everything within you to solve your problems. But
I
sometimes we
just
don't
said that.
realize that. And that's why
Mm-mm.
we go get professional help so that the professionals can help us find it within ourselves.
Right.
ChatGPT is coming
They're
for
not
everybody's
fixing
damn job.
you. Right. They're not fixing you. A therapist, a coach is not fixing you. They're
You.
helping you see you.
Hmm.
They're helping you
Hmm.
get to the root, or as my grandma used to say, the root
The
of
root.
the problem, the root of the trauma, of
Mm-hmm.
the pain and the hurt, so that you can start creating processes, creating thoughts differently, acting differently, responding differently, so that when that trigger comes up, because it's going to come back, baby.
Hmm.
Somebody gonna say something to trigger you back to when you was 4 years old, and somebody beat you, abused you, told you something. But you now have ways that you can pull yourself out of your head
Hmm.
and not
Hmm.
let it continue to affect you. You heading, what do we say all the time? We head into the storm. We don't sit there and wait for the storm to just catch us or go the other way and hope it don't catch us. We go into the storm because that's the way to get through it faster.
Hmm.
And when you
Oh,
go to a therapist, you go to a coach, you do the work, you understand that you've got tips and tricks and things that you can do that help you resolve and work through the trauma.
girl.
Healing is a lifelong thing.
Yeah. By by by,
Hmm.
by May 13th, when my psych appointment is, she only gonna have crumbs, or I might just keep. No, I can't cancel. Can't cancel.
You
I
can't
still got
cancel.
to
No,
go
You
through
won't
this.
go.
no,
But
get your
I'm
assessment.
I'm gonna be in a better place mentally.
Hmm.
And today I woke up with the thing, two words on my mind, or happy, happy, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, because them bitches was waiting on me when I woke up. Today, I was ready for them bitches. Pam, pam, pam. Like at the carnival, and you just, ping, 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 and you just shoot them down. That was me today. And I took my blood pressure. It was a 111/69. I'm ready today. I'm ready, bitches. I'm ready.
That's how
I'm
it's supposed
calling
to
the
be.
thoughts
Yeah.
the
No,
bitches.
that's right.
I'm clacking for myself today.
Clap for yourself.
Yes. Yes.
And to compound on what you said about the 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 triggers, I
Mm.
think what
Hold
a
on one
lot of
second.
people don't
Hold on one second,
realize.
Tim. Y'all talk amongst yourself. I gotta step over here real quick, but I'm gonna be right back. Y'all talk.
Okay, okay, all
Mm.
right. We can hold our
We got
own.
it. We got it. We got
But I was saying about the triggers,
it. Mm-hmm.
it goes real deep. So when a problem happens, it stunts the emotion connected to that problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we stack stuff on top of it.
Mm.
We don't know it's through the stack. So you got to work your way back through the karma, the trauma. You know what I mean? So you got to
Mm.
work your way back down through the stacks. What we don't pay attention to sometimes is that the stack could be a smell. The stack could be a color. The stack could be a building. The stack could be a window dressing. I've had a trigger with a flower arrangement.
Yes.
You understand? So we have stacked these things on top. You got to come back down through the stacks to get to the original emotion that was I say broken,
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
because we got to fill the gap. So once you get back down to that, then you can start growing from there.
Yeah.
Then you can start going from there. See, I have a young spirit because I was broken very young.
Mm.
So I always have this childlike thing in me. And I always have, because I like to have fun. I like to joke. I like to this, but I'm also highly intelligent. So I'm still logic and real. And I know my light is going out. I'm sorry,
Right.
y'all.
Light done
But
went.
I'm sorry. I fit in natural light. I turn the light on.
Okay.
but like it teaches you that in order for you to want to heal yourself, you are going to have to walk through the shadows, and the shadows is everywhere. So just go on and say, okay, I'm standing in the middle of the darkness, and now look at that, I gotta find the light to get to where I'm getting to. So uh, be aware is what I'm trying to get to about those triggers. Be aware, because they are everywhere. Songs, like, it could be a bottle of lotion you see somewhere. I've been at the bathroom. You know, you're traveling and you go in the bathroom, you wash your hands, soap, and it was like boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, that smell or that. Yeah.
And it was like, okay, wait a minute. Like, where did that little attitude come from? Little smirk, and then somebody came
Mm.
out of style, and I turned around, and I'm not like that. I'm usually like, hello, how are you? Spreading the good joy. But it was just that moment. But if I wasn't aware, I would have never known. I would have let my
Mm.
man keep running, and I would have got back in the car pissed off about some bullshit that had nothing to do with today. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So y'all be aware out there. Y'all be aware out there, honey. It's a
Mm.
lot. It could be
Mm.
the smell of your lotion, some grease you put in your hair. Trust me. Trust me. Work all the way back down.
Oh yeah,
And then when
because
you come
Mindfulness.
back across it, put some little love on it.
Go
yes,
back and heal yourself. Go back and hug yourself.
Yes.
but yeah,
Yes.
but then and when we look at where like she said, working through those stacks to get back to where the wound began,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then you realize that need to achieve
Mm-hmm.
more, do more, but do it perfectly. It didn't come out of nowhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to talk a little bit about uncovering the origins of our emotional armor. Where do we start putting those walls up? It might be childhood trauma, but like Sharonda said, trauma happens all the time. It's not just waiting until 9 to 5 and when you was 6,
Right.
right? Racialized gender expectations that happen to you later in life, right?
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about childhood lessons in survival instead of safety, right? Not safety. We're looking at, as a child, there were things, there were emotional armor put up because we tried to protect ourselves from what
Mm-hmm.
someone else was doing to us,
Hmm.
right?
Yep.
Right.
Or somebody
So,
close to you.
yeah,
It wasn't
someone
happening
did,
directly to you, but it was
right.
happening to you because somebody you loved was enduring.
And we learned that love is earned through performance,
Mm, mm,
right?
mm.
If I do this, then they will love me. If I'm good enough, if I'm smart enough, if I'm helpful enough, if I'm quiet enough, if I just don't tell because somebody said our
Mm-hmm.
secrets stay within us, or what happens in our family stays in our family, right? Some of us never got that emotional, that unconditional emotional safety. So we had to build it within ourselves.
Mm, mm, mm.
I'm going to do all the things. I ain't never going to ask nobody for help because I was taught early that help isn't going to come.
You are the help.
Yeah, I have
Say
to
that.
be worthy. That is never motivation. It's emotional starvation.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Emotional
Emotional
starvation.
starvation. Let me
Wow.
clap for myself on that one.
She went and
Oh,
got her
oh,
fed. I
oh,
forget y'all.
You see my fan, though. You see that fan, though, right?
uh-huh,
You see
uh-huh,
that
uh-huh.
fan, though,
I
right?
see it. I see it. I see it.
Because Sharonda wasn't gonna be clacking without me. That's disrespectful. That's what we
Girl.
do here. That's what we do here on this
Well,
show.
you
We
say
clap.
ready ain't got to get ready, ma'am. Put it by the computer and leave it there,
Well,
ma'am.
I
Get
took
you
it with
another
Okay.
fan.
I took it with me because I was traveling.
See, I'm traveling too, and I don't have it with me.
See, that's your problem.
I'm traveling within my travels.
See, keep it with you. Keep it with
Oh, okay, ma'am.
you. You know.
You doing it
And then,
today.
but I also want to say that sometimes trauma doesn't look like abuse either.
Right.
Oh.
It doesn't always just look like she was beaten, she was whatever. It looks like being invisible.
Mm,
Mm,
People
mm,
don't
mm.
ask you how you feel. How are you doing?
right.
You're not being comforted as a child because you're the strong one. Sharonda gonna be okay. But you see them uh all extra focused on your sister who is she's the sickly one. So I had to give her more of the attention. You understand, don't you, Sharonda?
Mm,
And whatever that is, right?
mm.
And
It's
staying quiet and stuffing those responses down, that was not a rhetorical question. That was a for real question. And you deserve to be able to answer that. When you internalize this stuff, I learned, I saw, so I need to put my hands on this video. But when you are the one that stuffs down every single freaking thing, you got to know it goes somewhere. That stuff manifested into rheumatoid arthritis for me. Can I tell you that?
mhm.
When I tell you everything that could bend except for my eyelashes fucking hurt all at the same time. I didn't know what the hell it was at the time, but
Yeah.
that's what that was. Coming back to
Come right on back around.
it's
Hey
my
girl.
turn. It's
Look, hey
my
girl.
turn.
I'm back. I'm here.
Yes. So
Yes.
learn how to get that stuff when you feeling it. Try to, of course, be professional and courteous and stuff, but get those emotions out of there because they're mounting up and they're working together, and your body is
Mm-hmm.
working against
Yes,
you.
you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's because we've learned that our boundaries aren't going to be respected, right? And when you have that kind of neglect where you're not seen, you're not heard, you're not acknowledged, right? What it ends up happening is you become a high achiever
Hmm.
with a low emotional attunement,
Yes.
right?
A
You're
low
not
emotional what?
attunement. You're not tuned into
Mm,
your emotions,
mm, mm.
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you've learned that I need to ignore my needs to either stay safe or to stay in someone's good graces,
Braces. Mm-hmm.
to
Or to
make
stay in
to be
relation with them.
loved, to
Mm.
feel like
Mm-hmm.
I'm loved. I've learned that I have to be quiet. I have to shrink myself. I have to um, ignore me. So when you grow up learning to ignore you and that everyone else is more important than you, like you said, Sharonda, you learn to just, I'm just going quiet down. I'm a I'm going to swallow that pain. I'm going to swallow what I really feel. I'm going to swallow all these emotions. I'm going to lock them up in this little box. We talk about our little emotional boxes where we're locking things away. But it's like a balloon. You can put so much in. Only so much can go in until
Hmm.
it's going to.
Burst.
Hmm.
And stress manifests itself physically.
My
Yes,
gosh,
it
that
does.
part.
So
Emotionally too. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
it does.
heart problems, skin problems, your hair falling out, digestion
Hmm.
problems, like she
That
said,
gut.
rheumatoid arthritis. These things are real. They can happen. And it's because a lot of times we weren't taking care of, we take care of our outside body, our physical body well enough.
Mm.
We do
Mm.
not
Hmm.
take care of our emotional, our spiritual, our mental body. We don't take care of the soul,
Come on now.
mind.
You
We,
deserve that
we
same
only focus
energy.
on the body. We do. But you have to give it to yourself and demand it of others.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let me
That's
close
where
Speak.
boundaries are born.
myself.
That's where boundaries are born when you
Yeah.
decide that you being in a relationship
Oh,
with somebody that you have blood ties to, you grew up with, but every time you get together, they seem to always bring up your old shit and laugh at it. Well, if it's not fun for everyone, then shut the hell up.
Oh,
And
they get
it's
mad because I'm petty. You know me, Sharonda. I'm petty.
I didn't
Is
find
your
my
husband still
petty
cheating on
genes.
you? Look, is your husband still cheating on you with that girl down the street?
I had to put a boundary up and and make it a moat because
hmm.
it's the those familial ties that can bring you the most harm because they were there when you were trying to figure your life out and was engaged 50 million damn times until you finally got it right. But they're the
Hmm.
perfect ones. Nothing's wrong with them and stuff and all of the things. And I'm like, but how come every time we get together it's always T Sharonda time? What and
Mhm.
so I was like, you know what? I'm the older one. I was like, I'm not only gonna not stay quiet, I'm going to keep my peace, and I'm gonna trade your ass in until you realize and
Hmm.
look up, well, where's Sharonda?
Where's your? All
What
right.
in my damn skin, tending to my hurt self and healing too without you.
Hmm.
Yesterday, I had a whole conversation. My husband thought I was talking to him, but I was like, no, I was apologizing to myself through
Mm.
from my brother.
Mm.
Did you hear me?
I
I
love
was
Mm.
saying all of the things that he's too prideful to say
To say, come
because
on.
I have done the work on myself. Actually, I did actually go. I am in therapy and about to start the second session. So I have peeled back so many layers and discovered me in there, in that I deserve to have peace and be
that.
at peace. And if he is in opposition with that, meaning the way that my husband had to show me that he doesn't respect me, because all of the
Mm.
teasing, that's a product of that. When I
Hmm.
have grown beyond that by doing the work on
Yes,
myself, I'm not that same little girl he's
I
talking
love
about, that
that's
same
Right.
right.
young girl. I'm
That's
not
right.
her anymore. But we can't talk about the woman that I am. Oh, okay. So since you don't want to, I'm going to do it myself.
Self.
And I,
Yep.
again, Leanne, lost a lot of emotional weight yesterday because I was saying the things that I needed to be able to heal, and I didn't ask his permission. ChatGPT
Right.
made me write a letter, not to send, but it made me write a letter to process all of this, right? And I was like,
Hmm.
huh, there is a level of disrespect there when I'm there. I mean, changing my life around. When my niece was born, I was supposed to be at home with my husband. I ain't seen my husband in weeks. I'm in college at this point. I'm in Fort Lewis, Washington, after training for 30
Fort
days or whatever.
Lewis.
Fort Lewis, absolutely. And instead of going home to my husband, I asked him, would it be all right if I went home because my niece was just born? I need to go and meet her. And this the same girl I took out of the country for her very first time. She went out of the country with me and my family. We took her to the Bahamas for her fifth birthday, I think it was. And just being that I'm always accessible, always, always, always. And then I realized, hold on for a second, how come? brother and his family not coming to me and
Not yeah. Why is it always you making
girl,
the
he
thing?
said, when
Yeah.
you stop being the glue and stop feeling so sticky, watch and see what happens.
Oh, I already gave it to you. When you stop being the glue and stop being so sticky, I love
That part. I was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
it. Oh yeah.
Okay. I get
Things
it. I get it now. I
things
get it
fall
now.
apart when you are no longer the glue to hold them together.
I'll be
Mm.
sticky,
Because
sticky
people
on myself.
because
You hear
because
me?
they start to have
Take it
a
for granted, girl.
yeah,
Yeah.
well they feel like they have a sense of entitlement to your time, to your energy, right? Now, Eileen said she's the petty gremlin of her family, so she's usually the subject of the conversation until she walks in the room. And it wasn't until she got older that she realized her anger towards her family was actually hurt.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Eileen, that
And
you that's it right there.
you probably did a lot to try and make them love you, make them
Mm,
Right.
appreciate you, make them see and hear you. You can't force that on somebody.
Mm.
You have to know when sometimes it's time to walk away because they do not
Right.
love you the way that you need to be loved. And it's
deserve to be.
okay to say, I love you, but I will not allow you to continue to hurt me, to
That
harm me,
part.
to treat me any way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I
Come
love
on,
me
doctor.
more.
Come
Right.
Because
on,
I
doctor.
love me more.
Yes.
Right?
And
Yes.
you,
So
you know, Eileen, that let me tell you about the being the petty gremlin. I love that. I love how you
Me
put that.
too.
I really do. Hats off. But okay, I'm gonna make a long story short. We have innately, us is
Mhm.
we have innately inherited the jealousy from our oppressors.
Mm.
People want to say it don't go back to that, but everything is in the blood.
Oh.
Everything is in the blood. So you DNA, you're a product of whatever was before you.
Mm.
What was before you was, I'm gonna tell you that you can't be something. Our generation
oh
just started boasting, you know, we gonna be whatever we wanna be. But before then, it was a list of what you can't do. So what happens is, and here's where the oppression part comes back. So you can't kill speciality. You can't kill that. Our DNA is magical. You can't kill magic.
Come on, Eugene. Come
So
on.
abracadabra. In every generation of children, there's always that one.
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
See, I glow. I can't help that though. I don't wait. I don't try to do anything. I don't have to.
That's
What
right.
y'all don't realize is I get tired of y'all being attracted to me. Sometimes I just want to get dark a little bit.
Can I just?
Can I just?
Right, yeah.
Oh.
That light
Hey,
So,
bulb
I
is
get
so,
it.
always
so the
attractive.
people around you and the family and stuff, they're so ignorant that they don't even know that that ain't really them feeling that way about you.
Mhm.
Just
Oh.
like they don't realize that's why you even glow.
Sometimes it's taught behavior, not even like you said, their own original thought.
Thought,
It's like
yes,
I don't like you because Sharonda don't like you, not because
right,
you've
Mm.
done anything to me,
right. You
because
got an
Sharonda.
award, I didn't. You got a better grade, I didn't. Your shoes look good on you. I went and got the same dress. It don't look like it look on me. Well, first of all, y'all ain't realize y'all are individuals. In divide you all, not us. It don't
Ooh.
say individual us all. Individual you.
So
In divide you all.
Break it down, Tam. Come
But
on.
everybody wants to look the same and be the same. And I got to equal to you. And we ain't equal nowhere.
that's right.
But you number one everywhere.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like bring it all together. Bring it all together. But I'm sorry, but Miss Eileen, honey, I love you. And do that for yourself, honey. You are the shit. Brush your teeth. I'm the shit.
Absolutely.
I am the
Mm,
fucking shit. Do you not see me?
mm.
Exactly. Exactly.
With a
And
long handle spoon, Eileen. Yes, ma'am.
yeah, but no, she said it hurt because her mom was actually pregnant. She ended up sending them an email about how she felt and why she acted the way she did. They're on better terms now, but at a comfortable distance. So I love that because you
Mhm.
have to learn to put yourself first and you have to learn to speak your truth. And
Truth.
that
Yes.
sometimes is the hardest thing to do.
To
But
do.
as we kind of wrap up, I want to have a segment because we don't like to just talk about the issues. We give tips here.
Mhm.
We give you healing
Yes.
steps, things that you can actually take, right?
Yes.
Because healing this high functioning depression, it
Mhm.
actually starts with radical self honesty, community care, and slow, consistent choices that are going to help us prioritize our wholeness over our fragmented hustles.
Come on now.
Okay. We're trying to be
Mhm.
this whole self. We heal the whole person here, not just one symptom, because that doesn't resolve it. That's a band aid on a gaping wound.
Wound.
Hmm.
Come on now.
It's only going to stop the blood for a hot second,
Hmm.
right? So you have to name it. You got to
Mm-hmm.
name it to tame it, baby. You got
Oh,
to name it
wait.
to tame
I
it.
like it. I
Awareness is
like
your
it.
first step, right? Awareness is your first step. You cannot heal what you pretend isn't there, sis.
There. Right.
You can't heal it if you're going to act like it never existed. High functioning depression thrives in that silence. It
Mm.
thrives in the darkness, in those quiet spaces. You got to start being brutally honest and out loud with yourself. Write it down and say it out loud. I'm not okay. Be honest, right?
Mhm.
Because that one small act can help you break that shame cycle, that
Hmm.
trauma, that hurt, that pain. And you're going to do this every day. Normalize checking in with yourself daily. We practice we practice mindfulness here. Okay.
Mhm.
How am I really doing? Do a body scan. How am I really feeling in this moment? Right? And answer yourself and be honest, but not just the physical, emotionally, mentally, right? Spiritually. How are you feeling? Make your rest non negotiable. You
Mhm.
might only have time for a 10-minute. When I used to work at AT&T, during our you get them little 15-minute break.
Mhm.
Baby, it take me 2 minutes to walk to the car, 10 minutes to get a break, 2 minutes to go back
Time
in.
management.
Okay. Because what I was gonna do is go sit in that car and give me a little 10-minute nap.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Rest isn't optional, and it's medicine. It is that time that your body, your mind, everything needs to heal itself. Now, 8 hours may not be your thing. I can't sleep 8 hours. There's too many hours for me. I'm a 4 to 6 is my jam.
Mhm.
I know my sleep number. You need to use yours,
Hmm.
right? So if you can't get that 8, just start with 10 minutes of intentional stillness. Sit your ass down,
Mhm.
be still, be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You can use a
Mhm.
guided meditation if you're not used to and you feel like something has to be going on, right? Calming music, solfeggio frequencies, right? I'm coming out with some guided meditations.
As you
Sharonda
should.
know about Sharonda know about the power of Leanne's guided meditations, baby.
Yes, yes,
Come
She
on
got one
now.
right now. She got one right
yes.
now that I sent her that she does use. That she, okay? You have to
I need
schedule
one.
sleep. I got you. I got you, friend. I got you.
Yes, we're spoiled brats over here,
We're
aren't we,
spoiled over
Tina?
here.
Mm-hmm.
But I want you to remember
Mm-hmm.
that micro rest is a gateway drug to deeper healing,
Mhm.
baby.
Mhm.
Say that again.
Mhm.
Micro rest. Those little, you can get little 10 minutes, little things that
Yep.
you can do 30 minutes throughout the day. Micro rest is a gateway drug to deeper healing. Good drug, not bad drug.
Mm. I
All drugs aren't bad. Okay. Schedule your rest like your life depends on it because it
Your life depends
absolutely
on
does. Because it does. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to create your self support system. not just to-do lists. We're not just
Mm.
creating to-do lists here. So swap it out with your support list. Who do I call when I'm overwhelmed? What things calm my nervous system? Hey, Sheila. That is my best friend, Brandon, who I've talked about on this show, who was taken from us last year. That's his mother.
Oh,
Sheila.
Oh, wow.
So
Hello,
hi.
Miss Sheila.
Hi, Miss Sheila.
that's his picture right there. That's Brandon right there.
Okay.
Right there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So who can I call when I'm overwhelmed? What calms me down? What calms my nervous system? What nourishes me emotionally, spiritually, right? This list is not about productivity. This is your preservation list.
Mm.
Okay? Your self
Mm-hmm.
preservation. You need to start
Hmm.
curating people, practices. I call them people, processes, places, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Things that help you refill your cup. Because what is our statement about our cup, Sharonda?
You give from the saucer. The cup is for you.
Yes. We only give from our overflow, from our abundance. We never give from our store.
Lord.
Our store, what's
Mm-hmm.
in the cup is for us. That overflow, that abundance that goes into your saucer, that is what you have to give to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Stop
Mm-hmm.
giving out of your cup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Go to therapy. Get a coach like me to help work through
Come
the
on now.
walk, journal, establish and enforce some boundaries, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to make support a lifestyle. It has to
Yes.
become a part of what you do so much. It's just a habit.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
And that only happens by repetition.
There's joy in repetition.
Yes. And I want you to ritualize your recovery because
Mm.
healing requires
Mm.
routine. And
Come
I
on,
know y'all
spirit.
don't like the word ritual because you think it's witchy
Come
hocus
on,
pocus.
spirit.
It's not. It's not witchy hocus pocus. But if we want to talk about it, um, we've taken Western society's version of healing and the concept of witchery, of spirituality, and we've learned from them instead of going back to our root, which was deeply rooted in ancestral knowledge, the wisdom of the sun, the moon, the stars, the ancestors, alignment with self, with higher self. I ain't going in all that today because you see, I was about to get on the roll. I had to pull myself back,
Oh.
right? Healing is not a
Mm-mm.
one time event, it is a rhythm. Okay, it's a
Mm.
rhythm, it's a cadence.
Yes.
Okay, you need to build small sacred rituals, build them into your day. Build them into your day. What is your morning ritual? When I wake up, like Tam said, as you're brushing your teeth,
I love that.
say these things in
I'm
your
going
mind.
to go brush my teeth again and start over.
Right.
I
Say
know
these
that's
things
right.
in your mind while you're brushing your teeth, and then when you're done, say them to yourself
Self.
out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Speak it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You may have breath work,
Mm-hmm.
right? Mindful deep breathing. You might have loving affirmations.
Yes.
You might have a midday routine where I'm going to just take a nice little midday body scan. I'm going to sit quiet 10 minutes and I'm going to drink some water because I'm going to drink on water, right?
Mm-hmm.
At
Right.
night, you might have a brain dump so you can get all of that out
Mm-hmm.
so that you're
Journaling.
not carrying it into your dreams and into the next day. And gratitude journal, baby, we talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
Write down every day the 3 things that you are grateful for. And in a week, you can't say the same thing twice,
Twice. Mm-hmm.
right? And finally, protect your energy like it is sacred because it is.
Absolutely.
That's Tam. That's Tam's jam over there. Okay. You have to unfollow, separate yourself from, disconnect from anybody who's draining your energy.
Absolutely. You can
Get
Mm-hmm.
still love
away
them.
from
You
the
don't have to like
energy
them. You
drain.
can still love them. You don't have to like them.
Baby, them energy vampires, we got to stay away from them.
Absolutely.
Say
Yes.
no without explanation. It is a sentence. It is not something that you have to explain.
Right. And
It is
stop
not something you have to.
explaining.
Yes.
All of
Say
that part.
no. Make no
Mm-hmm.
your best friend. No, no,
Mm-hmm.
we not doing that. No, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
going. No, no, and no.
Look,
Mm-hmm.
look. Eileen said she's clacking her. Look, we got you, Eileen. We got you. Wait, wait, wait.
Come
No, no,
on,
no. You know, I
Eileen.
got it over here. Remember, I put
Oh,
the sound down here.
yeah.
I could clap on demand over here on this side
Yeah,
for you,
yeah,
Eileen. We
yeah.
got you, baby.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
Block calendar time that's just for you. Just
Mm-hmm.
for you.
Yes.
This is your time. Can't nobody break
Yes.
into that. Okay?
Right.
Declutter your space to declutter your mind. This is the part I'm
Yeah.
working on. And this is
Mm-hmm.
where I had the realization maybe a couple of months ago, within the last month, I've come to the realization that I do have ADHD and
Mm.
that it actually is a form of ADHD. I'm high functioning, but
Mm-hmm.
I do have a form of that. I am neurodivergent. That's been coming to me in bits and pieces the last couple of months, is the neurodivergence as I kind of learn more about it. Everybody has some level. We all on the spectrum
Mm-hmm.
somewhere. Some people's are undetectable and it's very low. Some people's is very high. But we're all on a spectrum somewhere, right? And mine's is the clutter, right? That's the clutter. So I'm decluttering my space because it helps us declutter our minds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Black women's energy is a cultural currency, baby.
Yeah.
And it's been exploited for way too long.
Way too long.
Okay. Our energy is currency. They
Mm-hmm.
live
Mm.
off of it.
I like that.
Mm. Mm.
Your energy is
Ooh.
not a free for all, right? You have to start being unavailable to anything that pulls you out of alignment with the path of healing your healing journey that
Mm-hmm.
you're on. If that
Come
line
on.
is pulling you out of it, you need to separate.
Yeah.
Come on.
If
I
that
have a
job
cup
is,
that says first money is people.
yeah,
Mm.
because if that job is, you need to get a different job.
Mm-hmm.
We have to be the ones
Mm-hmm.
to take care of self first. There's
First.
nothing wrong
Yes.
with putting yourself first. It is actually a requirement.
Yes.
Put the
And we're
mask
not
on
doing it
first.
because we want to take care of everyone else. I'm doing it so I can be a better mother. Fuck that.
Mm.
You're going to be a better mother as a result of taking care of yourself. That should not
You.
be your why.
Absolutely.
Your why should be because I deserve this rest, because I am
Mm-hmm.
fucking Leanne and I'm awesome.
How about
Mm-hmm.
it?
Because I am
How
here
about it?
taking up space in this fucked up world we got, but I'm here, damn it. When Miss Sealy said, I may be black, I may even be ugly,
Maybe ugly.
but I'm here. Thank God I'm here.
Right here.
Mm-hmm. That's
That
my
is your
jam there.
reason for healing. It's because
Right.
you deserve it, just because you are you, just because you are here.
Take up space, honey.
Take
Yes.
Take
up
up
all the damn
space.
space. Be
Yes.
colorful. Live your life out loud. Wear a color you scared of wearing. When I was younger, you would never see me in these bright colors. It was going to be black, gray, dark colors only.
Mm.
Baby, you know I will put on a bright ass color that some people may think is crazy. I get compliments all the time.
Fine. Yep.
All the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is my light shining through.
Mm-hmm.
And when you live your truth and when you're living unapologetically as yourself, as the self you want to be, right? If you want to name her something else, you can. So that you have somebody to call and name as your future self,
Well, yeah.
right? So how would, let's say my future self is not Leanne, because that's my current self, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alexis is my petty self. That's Alexis. She's the guardian. She's the
Mm-hmm.
guardian of the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
But what's another name I like? Naturi. I love that name, Naturi.
Mm-hmm.
Naturi is my future self.
Okay.
Okay. What would she do? How would she act? How does
Mm.
she feel? How does she handle microaggressions and conflict and pain and anger and hurt? How does she process these things? Because she's on a higher level. She vibrates up here. I'm still trying to get there. So while I'm understanding and I'm asking Chat GPT, Claude, or one of the others, how would Naturi act be, I am now trying to implement those things
Those
in my
things.
today. Because that is now, because you can also ask it, this is me today. This is Leanne. This is Naturi. This is who she is and how she is. Help me create a plan
Right.
to transition from where I am now to where I want to be emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, because whole person, there are 8 dimensions of wellness: your career, your social circles, your environment, all of those things are part of your finances. All of those things are a part of what make you you, what
Mm.
make you the whole. And we have to be the ones to take care of the whole. Ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Nobody's coming to save you. Save your
Hmm.
self.
They already here. It's you.
Save
You are what you've been waiting on, honey.
say that.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
as we wrap it up, I want you to take away this from this last segment. Okay. You do not have to be fully healed to start healing.
That's right.
Mm.
You
That's
just need
right.
to take one step, one honest step forward. Choose one practice, one boundary. Choose one moment of stillness and build your rituals from there. Healing happens in that doing space, not
Mm.
in the thinking space,
Thinking.
in the doing.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to start here because changing your mindset is what's going to help you with the do. So, first, make that first thought that says, I'm going to heal, I'm going to change, I'm going to do better. And then pick one action that's your do and build from
Mm.
there. And today is a damn good day to start.
It sure is,
Hmm.
honey.
No time like the
Absolutely.
present.
Hmm.
Cinco de Mayo. Isn't that
Cinco
giving?
de
Isn't
Mayo.
that giving honor to the dead? Well, I'm gonna need y'all to dead that shit. Dead them problems. Dead them issues. You have to kill them. Let them go. Grieve them, because that's what it does to you. It makes you feel like you're grieving because it's a part of you that's been with you for a long time. I'm sorry, Leanne, but I had to say that, honey. This is a perfect day to
No,
let people go
this is
on and
our wrap up.
grieve.
This is our wrap up. So yes, you definitely get a final statement. Everyone gets a final statement.
I'm sorry, but thank you, honey. But yes, that's what we need to do. Understand today is the day of grieving. Use that same energy out there to give an honor to your future self,
Yes.
and then
Honor what your birth.
grieve what you are right now, because you got to let it go. And death is always unexpected. So don't act like it don't hit you like that. That's not
Hmm.
an excuse.
Yes.
That's all I want to say. Love y'all. Take care of yourself, honey.
Yes. Sharonda, your final statement.
Your best self is already here. Unwrap it by peeling back those layers and get to you. Name those dragons so you can defeat them.
So you can
Mm.
Become,
plan, baby.
yeah, you are that phoenix. You can rise up out of everything that tried to burn you. You can. Just do it. You know what you need to do. Don't be scared. Hell, I'm the biggest scaredy cat crybaby you gonna ever be. But don't be scared of you. Okay?
Right.
I love that. So I need y'all to hear me. Okay. I need y'all to hear me loud and clear. Success does not require your suffering. It doesn't.
Yeah.
That's right.
You've been conditioned that you got to grind, that you have to over deliver to hold it all together for everybody else, right? And somewhere along the way, you started believing that your exhaustion was somehow proof of your worth. That I can sleep when I'm dead mentality meant that you were worthy of love, of respect, of attention, of affection, of joy. But I want to
Mhm.
remind you that healing is your birthright. You were born with it. Rest is not something you have to earn, and peace is not reserved for later.
Mm.
Joy, joy is your divine inheritance, sis. That's what I want you to know. This conversation wasn't just about pain today. It's about permission, actually. That
Mm,
permission that you're giving yourself to stop performing strength and start practicing softness. We move into our soft girl era. And that
yeah.
soft girl era is the space where we are healing. We are way on our healing journey, right? We are happy. We are no longer in survival mode. We are in thrival mode. And I don't even know if thrival is a
Say
word,
that.
but it
We
is.
so say that.
We make words up on this show, right? Permission for you to release that degrees equals worthiness narrative. Permission to define success by how you feel, not just by what you achieve,
Mm-hmm.
right? You've been strong long enough, sis. We've all been strong long enough. I want you to try something revolutionary. Just be well. Just be well. Be soft. Be unapologetically you. Take up the space you need to take up. Shine that light bright because I can be sitting next to Tam, next to Sharonda, and all our lights are shining. One isn't dimming each other. What they're doing is shining brighter for everyone else.
Everybody else. Come on now.
They're not dimming one another. I got three lights right here, and one ain't dimming the other.
We glistening.
So here's your affirmation for the day. For the day, I release the need to prove.
I release the need to.
Let me start that again. Repeat after me. Repeating after me. I release the need to prove.
I
I
release
believe
the
the
need to
need
prove.
to prove.
I embrace the right to heal.
I
I
embrace
embrace the right to heal.
it.
My peace is powerful.
My
My
peace
peace is
is
power.
powerful.
So
That ding on the phone. Yeah.
that's it. So if you want to talk about it, write about it. You can write about this question because I'm going to come with you with a little reflection prompt. So
Mm.
you can journal. What part of your ambition is rooted in survival instead of self worth? What parts
Woo.
of your ambition? I'm gonna even put this in the chat so that y'all can see it later. Okay, our our journaling prompt for the day. Okay, for the week could be. Okay, what part of your ambition is rooted in survival instead of self worth? So I want you to tell us, how did this land for you in your spirit? You can screenshot us, cute girls on the screen if you want. Tag us at Wake Up Happy Sis, right? And I want you to share your biggest aha moment that you got from the episode today. And I want you to pass this healing forward. Send this show, because you know we replay. We're going to be available in the next hour on all the podcasting platforms. So I want you to share this with a sister, with a woman you love who needs to know that she doesn't have to hustle to be whole anymore.
Hmm.
The person that you know, it's time for her to be okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. That's the show. That's the show. It's been a
Hmm.
good show. It's been a good show. Mm. And I don't even know what else to say. That's it. That's it. That's all. Just know that we will be back here next Monday. We're no longer doing Monday and Thursday shows. We're just going back to once a week. But you can always head on over to the Wake Up Happy Sis show on Instagram. I mean, on YouTube. You can head on over to LinkedIn. You can head on over to TikTok. We're over there. You can head on over to Spotify, and you can go back and watch any of our past episodes. We have had this is we in season 12. 12 seasons of helping, of healing, of growing, of loving ourselves and helping you love yourself too. So I want you to take that with you this morning and realize that every day is a great day to wake up happy, sis. We will see you
Bye bye.
Monday. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Wake Up Happy Sis Show. Join us live every Monday and Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern for more joy, healing, and sisterhood. Until next time, keep thriving unapologetically, sis.